Hey guys, it is September 7th, 2024, and I'm back with some free VST plugins to help you with your musical adventures and endeavors. All right, guys, we are here, second stream for the month, with this month, September of 2024, themed with free guitar plugins. So we're talking emulation, like closely emulated to like a realistic guitar or something that's inspired by a guitar. So it could be guitar based, but the sound is way off from sounding like a guitar, but it's guitar based as far as a sound generating plugin. And we're going to be looking at guitar effects. Also at the end, I'll be talking about and presenting two synths outside of the theme. So that's the layout for today. So for today we have a couple of very realistic guitar emulations as far as sound generation plugins, VST instruments. So let's get right into it. So the free plugins for today are as follows. So first up here we have Moto Bass from IK Multimedia. So with this one, it is emulating a famous bass guitar tone sound from the 60s called the P bass. This one is a 4-string bass guitar. So this one, of course, is trying to closely emulate a realistic bass guitar. So with these virtual instrument emulations, we have a lot of articulation controls and different effects and incidentals that they put in there, and they give you controls on how to dial that in, how often certain things happens, and keep it very random and incidental. So we have the different fingering settings here for the finger sound, pick sound, so you can switch between if it's being played sound like it's being plucked by a finger or it's being plucked by a pick, a guitar pick, which is more indicative of rock. Some genres of rock, they do some picking with the guitar strings and the pick instead of using your fingers. We got slap, then we have muting, and we have settings to kind of control how sensitive that is, how often it's happening. So you got to really play with the interface, go through it, get familiar with how to configure the bass. This bass instrument, if you're looking for a realistic sound and you're trying to get a realistic performance and responses from it. So they give you a lot of options here for you to tweak and get the settings to your liking based on the genre and the sound that you're going for. Overall, there's options for you to tweak the tone of the guitar. There is a pattern section. They don't give you much patterns in the free version, but that is there. And that's pretty much it. Because it is the free version to a full version, they limit some of the features, but if you know what you're doing, you can still get some good, convincing live bass performances out of it if that's what you're looking for. If not, you can go crazy and do whatever you want with it, add some weird effects, and get experimental. So that is Motobase CS from IK Multimedia. Next up, we have Shreddage 3 Precision Free, which once again is another emulation from another company. This is from Impact Sound Works. And they are emulating, once again, the P-bass tone. I guess that was a popular tone. Very basic bass. Interesting thing about this one is it is a 5-string bass. So for those of you who will understand what that means, I'm not going to explain it. But it is interesting because it adds more options with the tone and the notes that you get to access. So it is a 5-string bass, and just like the other one, they give you a lot of controls for you to really dial in the incidental tones and characteristics, dynamics, and things that you'll hear on a realistic bass guitar. So from the string vibration to fret noises and things of that nature, it is all here. This is a library for Contact Player, which is also free. So there's no issues there. You download Contact from Native Instruments, and then you use this link to go to Impact Soundworks website, so you can download this library and add it into Contact, load it up, and go from there. But this one has very nice tones. It has a whole section with an effect rack for you to help build and carve and shape your tone. So definitely check out Shreddage Precision Free. A lot of options here, a lot of features, so definitely check it out. Next up, we have Shreddage 3 Stratus Free from the same company, Impact Sound Works. So with this one, it is emulating a Stratocaster electric guitar. So if you don't know what that means, look that up. But pretty much rhythm/lead guitar, depending on how you want to play it. And once again, they give you all the options that you need to help craft and set up a more realistic sounding guitar if you want to, with all the incidental things that happens when you play a real guitar. So strum speed, fret noises, a lot of different articulations. So they have the different dynamics that you need: sustain, palm mute, choke articulations. You have 3 octaves of range to play with. There's up to 24 samples per note. And of course, like they say here, tons of performance options. And there is an effect rack also, just like with the bass version. So I've used this one before, and I've gotten some really good results as far as tone and just the overall performance, articulations, dynamics, to give a convincing performance along with within your composition, to give like a realistic vibe where you can trick most people to think that it is a real guitar being played. So definitely check out Shreddage 3 Stratus Free. Once again, this one is for the Contact Player. So like I said before, download Contact from Native Instruments, and you can download this library from Impact Soundworks, load it in your Contact Player, and go from there. Next up, we're getting into the effects. We have pedals from Analog Obsession. So this one is them combining 5 of their old guitar stomp pedal effects plugin into one interface. So it says right here, 5-in-1 drive pedal. And they had these pedal effects probably like 4 or 5 years ago. There was one called DOD. And then there was one called Gunner, another one called Overdrive, another one called Pig Pie, and one called Zupa. So this one has no oversampling. The interface is resizable. So right here on the model wheel, you just select which model you want. They have the list over here, 1 through 5, and then you dial in your tone from there. Pre-tone, bass, treble, drive, and then you have an output right here to kind of gain match. This button right here turns the plugin on and off, acting as a bypass. There is, once again, no oversampling, which people are complaining about, but you can get by without it. So that's pretty much it for that one. Analog Obsession for the win once again. Next up, we have Amplitude 5 CS. This is from IK Multimedia again. This is a fully featured amp simulation plugin. So with this one, it is the free version to a paid version. So they limit you to with certain things. So it says right here for the free version, you have 42 models included, 10 stomp box effects, 5 amps with matching cabs. So you get more than enough that you need. I mean, I know some people want to have it all, but this is more than enough that you need to really get various different guitar tones. This would pair well with one of those 2 guitars that we talked about. So there's bass amp modeling here, and then there's rhythm and lead amp modeling features here. So if you really understand how to dial in guitar tone and dealing with image response and all that good stuff, you'll know how to dial in decent guitar tones for the different vibes you're going for. If you want it crunchy, if you're going for a more jazzy sound, a cleaner sound, you have all the options you need here to really get that done with this plugin. It's like an all-in-one because you have these sections here. Here are some screenshots of the different sections. So here's your stomp effect section. This is the signal chain right here showing the schematics of the signal flow. You can change the order of the plugins right here. And here's some more screenshots. And then there's a whole effect rack section. All of these effects won't be available to you, but there's a decent amount that are. You can get the job done with that. Also, with these effects, these are amp effects, and also like this one, this stomp effect. It's not just for guitars. You can still be creative and use them on vocals if you're trying to create some kind of effect. Vocal boxes for samples and things of that nature. And also you could slap them on instruments, get creative and experimental with them. So don't just think guitars. You could still use a lot of this stuff on vocals, synths, definitely on keys, electric keys and stuff. So there's a lot of use that you can get out of this. All right, moving on with the free synth / instruments. For this video, we have Tal Noisemaker from Tal Software. And this one has 3 oscillators. So it has 2 oscillators, 1 sub oscillator. We got 2 LFOs, filters. There is an ADSR amp envelope. There are effects here. I know they have a chorus effect, emulating like the famous Juno chorus. They also have a bit crusher and all the necessary things you need. This is typical synth. So all the things that you would need in a synth is here if you're into tweaking and crafting your own sound. But also there are 256 presets there if you don't want to do that. If you want to just click through those for inspiration and then maybe tweak from there, they have everything you need there. Pretty robust synth, and it is pretty lightweight. It's not too heavy on your system. The interface is resizable. They've been updating this plugin over the last couple of years, keeping it up to date. So it is pretty modern with all the latest features and technology that you need with VST 3, all those features, and how it utilizes your computer's resources. So it's a pretty good one to check out and to use. Last up, we have Synth Sphere. So this one, it's very interesting. It's a pad instrument, and the way it works is they have a sphere excuse me, they have a sphere of the presets. So the presets are set up in this sphere order, and you can drag and kind of phase through the presets. They call it preset surfing. So as you drag away from one to the other, it starts to blend those two together, which is very interesting. But like I said, it's a very soft pad-like synth, and they give you more than 70 created presets here. And then of course, the way you kind of surf in between and morph between presets gives you endless possibilities. And then on the interface, very simple. I don't remember if it's resizable. I've used it before, but it's been a while, so I'm not sure off the top of my head if it is resizable. But we have delay here, a ping pong delay built in, and they have glide and arrange dial here, so you can mess with the legato settings and play with the glide if you so well please. So that's it for the plugins, guys. The link is in the description, and it will take you to this blog page where you can go check out what I just discussed and the corresponding download links for each plugin. All right, guys. Also, there is a link in the description for a video series that I did on PC specs and how it relates to music production. So if you're looking to understand how your DAW works along with your PC and all its internal parts to help you produce music smoothly without any distractions, everything working properly, check out that series. It is a 6-part series dealing with different sections, talking about your CPU, your RAM, storage, video card, video GPU, I should say, and your audio interface and MIDI interface, and explains how those all work together. So if you're looking to understand how that works, if you're looking to upgrade your system or get a new system or your first system for music production, that'll give you an understanding on how everything works and what you need to pay attention to as far as getting the right specs that's gonna help and facilitate your workflow and your workload, because everybody's needs are different. You know, whether you're a songwriter, you're more of a sample-based producer, you're doing a lot of heavy production, you're doing a lot of live production, live recording, things of that nature, you are gonna need a different configuration and your needs are gonna be different. So check out that video, it'll give you some insight on all that. Also, there's a link in the description for a growing playlist for these videos that I do twice a week. If you're looking for more free plugins, check out that playlist. There's over 300 videos there if you're looking for free plugins. 100% free. That's what I present. Not, you know, you got to buy something to get something. Not you got to pay for some subscription for some magazine. Not free for a limited time. I try to present you guys with plugins that are just free with almost no hassle to get. Sometimes you got to sign up. You got to sign up on their website and give your email, but that's pretty much it. Some of them you just download it. Analog Obsession is one of the ones where you just download the plugins, that's it. If you feel like donating to them to support what they're doing, you can. That's how most of them kind of work. But that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for watching. Check back next week as I bring you some more free guitar VST plugins, which is the theme for this month. Thanks for watching, and as always, you'll see me in the next video.